Welcome, boys and girls, to the first installment of Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I am your host, Imperial Arm. Today we'll take you through the opening campaign and tutorial missions. So I've got everything set, recording's all good, we'll begin a new campaign. We'll run it on easy.
For 10,000 years, the Imperium of Man has endured under the rule of the immortal Emperor. The worlds of man are scattered across the galaxy, threatened by savage aliens, heretics who defy the Emperor's will, and horrors lurking upon forgotten worlds. It is a time of endless war, selfless heroism, and blackest infamy.
I see fortresses in the stars. A circle of 6, but they sleep yet and must be awakened. Ride upon the storms of chaos. Gather your rivals around you. Send discord and terror throughout 1,000 worlds. Abaddon the Despoiler, War Master of Chaos. You speak in meaningless riddles. What are the fortresses in the stars? Answer me or die now! Stop this foolishness. I have consorted with creatures far more powerful than you. Speak, crone, but I will remember your insolence. Seek the hand of darkness. Take the eye of night. With these, the citadels will be yours to command. A chorus of 1 billion throats will cry your name in fear and hatred. The stars themselves will run red with blood. If you have the courage for it, War Master.
Captain Spire, Data Log Alpha. Battlefleet Command has lost contact with Orbital Station Aleph in the Naxos system. I'm on my way to investigate.
Sir, we're approaching the location of Orbital Station Aleph.
Captain, the station is surrounded by an asteroid field. I have calculated the best approach for us to pass through it safely.
Ship ready.
Okay guys, as I said, we're going to play through the first couple of missions here, which is basically your tutorial. The game looks beautiful. For those of you who don't know, have never played Battlefleet Gothic, it's originally started out as a tabletop miniature game set in the Warhammer 40k universe. I do believe currently they're not making it. They're talking about bringing it back though. If anybody's interested, you can always look it up on the Games Workshop page. Otherwise, let's go ahead and begin.
Underway. Helm coordinates acknowledged.
As you can see there in the
There's
lower
an
right-hand
active
corner.
minefield directly ahead, Captain. We must maneuver quickly, or it is likely the ship will be damaged.
All available power to the plasma thrusters. We're going to execute a high-energy
Let's see
turn.
if we can pull this off. Last time I ran into this thing.
Resuming normal
Let's
functions.
see. Oh, we did. Wow. Surprised.
High energy turn successful, Captain. The thrusters are already recharging.
Helm, resume our course to the orbital station.
You can see in the right hand corner it says that the asteroid fields can cause damage to your ships, so, which is kind of neat. You can choose to go through or around. You can use them to cause your enemies to have to go around and flank you or cause damage to get to you. So,
Captain, our auger arrays indicate that the orbital station is heavily damaged. I suggest we move in closer to discover what happened here.
yes, let's go investigate.
Orders received.
Captain, we can reach the station faster by pushing the engine status to all ahead full.
Click this
All
button
ahead,
here. It just executes a faster move. Get that camera.
Awaiting orders. Cruising speed set.
It seems like the station has been attacked recently. The enemy may still be lurking around.
Sir, I recommend dispatching some of the ship's armsmen to board Orbital Station Aleph and report on what they find.
Yes, let's board. So you click your boarding action. This will also do damage to your ships. It'll cause, when you actually get into the main campaign, it'll cause certain ships not to be able to flee. So,
Boarding parties underway, Captain.
We're seeing several weapon impacts and signs of explosions at the bulkheads. We found the command center, sir. This place is a mess. It's full of bodies. The station's command crew. They're all dead.
Act cautiously, Sergeant. I have a bad feeling about this.
Sir, we found a survivor. Sir, the station is a trap. We're under attack by traitor forces.
Captain, a defense platform on the station has activated and is targeting our vessel. Broadside macro cannons ready to fire on your order, sir.
it's just going to run you through your basic attacks. Just blow this little thing up.
At your command.
There we go. Die.
Target destroyed, Captain. We blew it to pieces.
Sir, I'm picking up some strange signals in the nearby gas cloud.
Setting course.
More enemies.
Sir, the signals. They're iconoclast destroyers.
Chaos ships. This sector is a long way from the Eye of Terror. What could they be after here?
Whatever their reasons, Captain, these heretics must be destroyed at once.
Captain, consulting the ship's cogitators and machine spirit can help guide you in making tactical decisions in battle.
So you hit the cogitators and basically it's going to slow down time and give you almost kind of like a pause button in action RPGs.
Activating tactical cogitators.
Give you a chance to make a decision, make some moves.
Master Gunner,
whatever.
we need to direct additional power to the targeting cogitators to increase our weaponry's accuracy.
It's one of your abilities. Its accuracy is raised by 20%.
Course plotted.
Oh, one down,
Target
one to
locked
go. So we're fighting one of the other factions from the Warhammer 40k universe, the Chaos. You play as the Imperial Navy. The game does offer a skirmish mode where you can play as the Imperial Navy, Chaos, Orcs, or Eldar. For those people who haven't played before, the Eldar are similar to elves. The Chaos are demons, and the Orcs are just your standard Orcs, all set in a future fantasy universe. From what I've seen so far, from setting up my settings and everything, most of the missions run anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes.
Well
This will
done,
be your
crew.
longest mission.
Captain, the auger arrays are reporting more enemy signals. Many more.
A gigantic Chaos fleet. There's no way we could survive fighting them head-on. Contact the High Command immediately.
Unable to do so, Captain. All communications are jammed. Captain, there may be a way for us to escape and warn Port Moore. We could risk an emergency warp jump.
It's risky to engage the warp engines this close to the star's gravitational field. But the Chaos fleet has us boxed in. Sir, we don't have any other options.
This will allow you to jump out of the battle.
Oh, eternal God Emperor. Preserve us from the dangers of the void.
Depending on what you're doing for the mission, depends on whether you actually want to use this or not. See, so at the end of each mission, you get renown, which is essentially experience. Allows you to buy upgrades for your ships, allows you to buy new ships, so on and so forth. So visually a very beautiful game.
If what you say is true, Captain Spire, a vast Chaos fleet is massing for attack. Inquisitor Horst, are you sure of this man?
Maybe we should consider someone else.
Isn't this captain from a planet that rebelled against the Emperor's will?
Enough! His faith will be tested thoroughly.
Love the Emperor, for he is the salvation of mankind. Obey his words, for he will lead you into the light of the future. Honor his servants, for they speak his voice. Tremble before his majesty, for all
Let us begin. We needed to be certain. The enemy we face is no ordinary foe.
I understand.
You are to be promoted to the rank of Admiral and given command of a fleet.
I will not fail you, Inquisitor.
There is much to do and little time, Admiral Spire. I fear a storm coming to the Gothic sector. One we are not yet prepared to face.
The Gothic sector is beginning to turn away from the Emperor's light. Treachery, sedition, and heresy have broken out like a plague upon our worlds. Admiral Spire, your new rank entitles you to command a small war fleet of Imperial Navy ships. It is your task to ensure the citizens of the Imperium remain safe and loyal.
Okay, so here brings you to your system map. As you progress further along, more systems will open up, and then you'll see up there where it says Port Mall, it'll show the number of missions you have available, and it'll also show your remaining deployments on the left hand side. As long as you have deployments, you can go out and do these missions, essentially getting you more renown to buy upgrades or to rank up your ships. So for this one, the Imperial soldier has gone rogue and will try to take the system from you. These traders are not part of any threat, but lost system will give you penalties depending on the system's type. Nonetheless, each turn some worlds may become seditious. Okay.
Your first assignment is to put an end to the unrest and rebellion threatening a nearby system.
So this is just essentially more tutorial stuff to get you familiar with the game before they cut you loose.
This interface helps you prepare your fleet for the next mission. At the head of every fleet is the flagship. You must select one of your vessels as the flagship for each assignment. Choose your Dauntless Light Cruiser as the flagship for this first operation. You have another captain assigned to your command. This captain commands a Dauntless Light Cruiser and will assist you for the duration of the mission. Add his ship to your fleet. Smaller ships of the escort class can provide fire support or scout for the enemy. The Firestorm frigates are a good choice for this assignment. Once your fleet is prepared to engage the enemy, you should set course for the target system at once.
So once you select all your ships, they'll show up over here. You're ready. You have, as you can see, you have the 255 renown, so you can only take that many points worth into battle, which is kind of traditional to the Warhammer 40k universe as far as deployments and playing the games.
Admiral, the fleet has reached the last known position of the heretic ships. Their sedition must not stand. How shall we deploy our flagship?
So at the start of every mission, you get the deployment phase, and you can deploy in the green box anywhere along here. Depending on what the mission is, depends on your deployment. For this one, it'll all be preset.
Now you must select how you wish to deploy remaining ships of the line. Now that your cruisers are deployed, you must next determine where to place the Firestorm escort vessels. Your new promotion has placed you in command of the entire fleet, Admiral. That means you can order your captains to adopt engagement modes during the battle. These engagement modes define how your captains act in battle. You can change the engagement modes at any time.
Admiral, the Firestorm escort ships have powerful prow weapons. I would advise setting these ships to a frontal attack. A good understanding of each ship's weapons is the best way to know which engagement mode to use.
Okay, so as you can see right here, it's pointing to the frontal attack. You also have the broadside engagement, and then you have your ranges down here. And then you can also tell it engage port side, closest, or starboard side, depending on what you got going on, or you can do an auto engagement.
The macro cannons on our ships are most effective when fired at short range.
Change that to 3K.
Now that we've deployed the fleet, it is time to root out these rebellious traitors.
Okay, so we're all ready.
All
Let's
ships,
begin.
coordinate your movements. We will advance as one group at the same speed. We will set course for a gas cloud and use it to ambush the rebel ships. Once our ships enter the gas cloud, it should mask our fleet's emissions.
So this is one of those things, it's telling us to go to the gas cloud right here. You go inside the gas cloud and it basically makes you invisible to the enemy. So you can set up ambushes, and the enemy can set up ambushes on you. So...
Engines hot! Course plotted!
The gas cloud conceals our fleet, sir. We're invisible to the enemy ships.
Excellent. The trap is set. Now we wait for our prey.
Sir, I've detected an enemy vessel. Shall I engage?
Wait until you have identified your target, Captain.
I have a probe ready to launch, Admiral. That ought to tell us what we're looking at.
Very well, Captain. Launch the probe.
Choose where you want the probe to go. The probe will identify any nearby signals.
The auger probe can just be fired in a line, and it'll just go until it continues to identify stuff.
All readings are confirmed. That ship belongs to the traitorous rebels.
Now that we have identified the ship, our weapons cogitators can automatically target the enemy vessel.
All ships, attack the enemy vessel.
Aye.
We are the Imperial Navy!
So here we go.
Cruising speed set!
So we will move out and start pounding on this guy.
So, Admiral Spire, did Ravensburg send you to bring us to heel? There are other powers in the galaxy besides the Imperial Admiral. They can reward you for your skill and your devotion.
So as you guys can see here, because we've got our two light cruisers set to engagement sites closest.
Shields are down. Sir, I suggest that we concentrate fire on their plasma generator. Targeting the plasma generator drains the ship's power. They'll have difficulty using their warp engines.
Click the enemy ship and you can choose focus on deck, focus on engines, focus on weapons, focus on generators. And you just change the priority to 1.
Critical damage to the enemy ship, sir. Their void shield capacitors are destroyed.
And just keep up.
Your orders?
I think my biggest complaint with the game so far, and it's maybe because I don't understand how to use them, but are torpedoes. We're going to try to give those a shot. Let's see if they actually hit.
Admiral, this is a battle we cannot win. I'm taking my ship out of this mess.
Admiral, he is activating his warp engines and preparing to disengage from the battlefield.
This cowardice cannot be tolerated! Admiral, we must put an end to this pitiful display and make an example of this craven fool!
This is Lieutenant Kraft. We've executed the captain and taken back control of the ship.
Well done, Kraft. You've been promoted to captain. Follow my orders and we'll get through this.
As you command, Admiral.
So on an occasion stuff like that happens and you have to adjust. You can mitigate that by upgrading certain members of your ship.
Yes, Admiral. Ship ready. Changing course. Understood.
We're gonna try to swing around with this light cruiser with these torpedoes and try to hit them again. Or
Setting
not.
course. Execute high energy turn.
The enemy ship has activated its warp engines and is attempting to disengage.
I have a strike team of Navy armsmen ready to sabotage the enemy's warp engines. We must act quickly and use the ship's teleportarium to launch the attack.
Yes.
Your orders?
So this is what I was talking about. You can teleport on board.
Your faith in the Emperor is as false as your courage!
Silence this heresy. Fire all weapons.
We should keep our distance from the enemy ship, sir. It will soon explode.
All ships, you fought with valor this day, and proven yourselves worthy of the Imperial Navy. Set course to leave the system. I must report our victory to Lord Admiral Ravensburg.
Alright, so there we go. We had a captain that leveled up. This, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is a good place to put a cut in the video. If you enjoyed the video, like below would be appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more content. We'll see you in the next one.